Yo, man, I'm back, man. Fuck all that steel mill shit, my nigga. I'm back. I gotta get this shit off my chest, man. But man, yeah, bro. I'm good on all these Spanish motherfuckers talking that shit, man. That shit is not the wave. That shit is not the wave, man. You take like, and this, it was wild. Is in order for them to understand the error in their ways, because I mean, what we do is what we do. It's not right, but that's our business. That's our business. Nobody gets involved in our business as is. So why is it that y'all all of a sudden want to be a part of the wave when it's cool in pop culture? Now y'all want to integrate and be on some, oh yeah, kumbaya and we are the world type shit, man. But y'all don't want to deal with no issues, no systemic issues, no social issues as it pertains to us. Black Lives Matter movement is an easier pill to swallow because it allows everybody else to integrate our movement and shift the focus of that movement on the thing that's conducive to all. That shit is not what's up with me, man. That shit is not what's up with me. Goddamn, Joe Biden when he got elected, he was talking about open our borders up to 11 million immigrants or whatever, man. Which, all right, whatever the fuck ever. But why are the Haitians down there in the South getting fucking riled up and collected and put it back on the ships to the back to Haiti? White men galloping up on horses with whips and shit like that, cracking the whip at them Haitian motherfuckers. They ain't doing that shit with no Mexicans. They ain't doing that shit with no mestizos. But the Haitians are getting it. The Haitians is getting the business. They getting that work. I'm tired of that shit, man. I'm tired of this shit. It's really getting to a point where it's like we can't have a goddamn thing for ourselves. And even this thing that I'm talking about shouldn't be for ourselves, because it's honestly a word that we shouldn't be saying. But nigga has not been beat into your cerebral subconscious for 400 plus years, man. Y'all can't begin to understand why we call each other a nigga. Y'all can't begin to address that. Y'all can't fathom that. Y'all can't fathom that. Y'all stayed clear out of the way, out of the social struggles of the 60s, of the 50s, of the 40s. Y'all stayed clear out of the way. Now, granted, your numerical strength at that time wasn't where it's at now in the now. But even in the now, y'all ain't around like that. Popping up at a BLM protest is not, no, fuck no. Because that move is so goddamn diluted and fucking just, it's I won't even go in on BLM and why that movement is so problematic. But because it's a social movement, it's a mainstream social movement. Now it's cool and acceptable for y'all to ride behind that. It's bullshit, man. It's bullshit. And I'm tired of it, man. And honestly, the only way for motherfuckers to get that shit and get, really gain a solid understanding of what it is that I'm talking about is if we start addressing y'all in the manner in which y'all address us. But that would mean offending Spanish-speaking people who don't say it. That would mean offending them. It would mean offending y'all, because y'all not used to hearing that shit as a term of endearment. Can we walk up on y'all car? If we took the ER out of Beaner and added an A, would that kind of soften the blow of what the word actually means? Really sit back and think about how what it is that you're doing is problematic. You're not this. It's too much resources. It's too many resources out here for you to just sit there and be stupid. There are a plethora of people online across the country who feel some type of way about what it is that you're saying. There's people who don't trip on it as hard because they're still stuck in this mind state that, oh, they from the hood, it is what it is, I can't be mad at it, but they don't like it neither. I've never been the biggest fan of it. Even when I was stuck in, waddling the stupidity, I was like, man, he from the hood, he around the culture, so it is what it is. Even though it bothered me, I was more accepting of it because of where you came up at. Now that I'm older, man, no. Fuck all that. No. That shit is aggravating. It's annoying. You can't sit here and tell me that it's acceptable for Latinos and Asians and everybody else to use the word because of popular culture. No. That is not the wave, man. And we just supposed to sit there and take it when a dude who clear as day isn't black is telling me when I knock this nigga out. This nigga. Teofimo Lopez and them, but they not white boys, but they damn sure ain't black. They damn sure ain't black. People got this, they got this notion that if you ain't white, then you black. Listen, you are not Afro because you're Latino. I'm sorry. You are not Afro because you are Latino. You want a black Honduran, and Eddie Gomez is a black Honduran. Eddie Gomez is a black Honduran. Speaks fluent Spanish and all that. That's a black man. Lara's a black man. Luis Ortiz is a black man. We could go down the list and do this all goddamn day. Jason Rosario. Those are black people. Those are people where you saw them, you speak Spanish? That shit is not cool. You're not Afro because you Latino, bruh. You're not. And the level of height and comfort that they've gotten with just saying this word is just, it's astounding. And we just supposed to sit there and be subservient and submissive to it and accept it. Oh, black and brown. You go into their spaces and talk that black and brown shit, and you call them a racial epithet in brotherhood and see what happens to you. When Bud said that shit that he said to Jose Benavidez, you don't think they was feeling some type of way about that? The same Mexicans who sit there and talk that nigga shit, you don't think that? Now, granted, Bud was wrong for saying it. He was wrong for saying it. He was wrong. There's 2 left feet for saying that. I'm very sensitive to other people's culture. I'm very sensitive to other people's plight, their struggles. So if I'm cognizant of something, I'm not going to use, like, I'm not gonna talk about curry chicken as it pertains to the to East Indians. I'm not gonna do that. I would never do that. Even me having to give an example, I'm uncomfortable with doing that because it's such a denigrated thing to subject somebody to. I'm not gonna do that. Why can't we get that same fucking that same respect? Bud was wrong as 2 left feet for saying that shit to Jose Benavidez. That fried chicken shit that Jose Benavidez said, I can't even be mad at it. As mad as I am about it, it's understandable because he's defending himself and his people. I get that. I get that. Even though he could have said something personally about that nigga, I understand why he did it. Even though I don't like it. I'm tired of this shit, man. Like, it's just, motherfuckers is just at a level of comfort. Oh, man, that nigga this, that nigga that nigga this, that nigga is flying. I gotta get away from you, bro. I gotta get away from you. I have to separate. I do not like that shit. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I remember watching a fucking interview with this motherfucker Bodega Bams from Harlem, from Spanish Harlem. And he talking about, yeah, I can say nigga because I can say nigga, that's how we grew up, that's the culture. I say it with an A. Like the A, like, you know, like house nigga was never a thing. Like, I'm turning you into a house nigga. Like, that was never that was never a slogan. That was never a demeaning slogan used by white folks. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. But he said in the interview, I can say nigga, but you can't call me a spick because that's I can say nigga because that ain't racist, especially with an A, but you can't call me a spick because that's racist. And I remember being so fucking livid listening to that shit, man. I'm tired of this shit. You can't use that, oh, he's from New York, that's how they talk in New York. It ain't just New York. All these motherfuckers talk like that everywhere. I'm sure it's motherfuckers in Mexico who say nigga. That ain't New York culture. It was at a point in time. The Boricuas and the Dominicans up there will say it more so than anybody. But Mexicans and Guatemalans and Salvadorians back in the 80s and the 90s and shit, they didn't say, I don't even know when they started doing that, when they thought that was an acceptable thing to do. Behind my house in South Omaha, some cat, you know, these little Chicano kids from Chicago, man, like, can you help us out with a car? Yeah, I got you. Nigga just flying out his mouth. I'm like, you killing me with this nigga word, homeboy. You killing me with it. Yo, my bad, man. I'm from Chicago. I'm like, they do it over here too, man. Like, it ain't just it ain't just Chicago. It ain't just New York. It ain't just LA. It ain't just Texas. They do that shit everywhere. And I'm past tired of it. I do not like that shit. I don't like that shit. That is wild disrespectful, man. Wild disrespectful. Devin Haney couldn't imagine. Devin Haney couldn't say what he, if he would have said anything demeaning to that man, that pertained to the Latin demographic, they'd have chased that nigga up out the arena and possibly beat him stupid. But we just gotta say subject to that shit. This motherfucking mestizo motherfucker, when I knock this nigga out. When I knock this nigga out. When I knock this nigga out. I'm cool on dude, man. I'm at a point in life right now where I can't do it. I refuse to do it. I'm not no rowdy rah-rah type dude. So you ain't gotta worry about me on that. I'll just draw that line in the sand with you. And if you can't acknowledge that line that I'm drawing in the sand with you, and you keep approaching me and you keep saying the shit, then eventually it's gonna turn into some other shit. But I can't deal with it, man. I can't be around motherfuckers. No, my dude, I can't. No, I won't do it. That is wild disrespectful for motherfuckers to sit there and talk that shit, man. And even what's even more disrespectful is when I'm telling you how uncomfortable I am with you saying that word, you are trying to give me any and every reason as to why you say it, and you should be allowed to say it. I ain't never seen motherfuckers bang so hard to say the word nigga who ain't niggas. Y'all saying that shit as if y'all are defending y'all saying that shit as if y'all are. Oh shit, I forgot the goddamn paper. Y'all defending saying that shit as if that's a word that has afflicted y'all for centuries. It's annoying. It's annoying. Do not. No, bro. I'm good. I'm so cool on that shit. I can't be around y'all. I can't. Motherfuckers that say that shit, I can't do it. I can't be around you. I won't be around you. My Latin circle of friends is getting real small, real tight, real compact. I already don't be around. I don't be around y'all like that. But now this is just heightening that. It's heightening the reasoning for it. Motherfucker can sit there and say, when I knock this nigga out, when I knock this nigga out, when I knock this nigga out. That is outrageous, man. And the fact that we are just supposed to sit there and be accepting of it. We just supposed to sit there and just take that shit. We just supposed to sit there and eat that. Just eat that. We tell you how uncomfortable we are with you using that word. Oh, we got dropped off on the same boat dropped us off. The same boat dropped us off. Now it's the same boat dropped us off. Oh, well, it's black people in, you know, it's black people everywhere. Yeah, but it's non-black people everywhere as well. You can't run that game on me. Everybody want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga. Everybody want to say nigga until it, man, get the fuck out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here. That is, hold up, man. I gotta. Everybody want to be down, bro, until it's time to be down. I'm tired of that shit, man. I'm sick. I'm disgusted with this shit. Nigga. Well, the same boat dropped us off. Got to talk about the fucking, just the skullduggery that goes on with black people in these Spanish-speaking nations. We need to talk about what goes on in the Dominican Republic. Fuck out of here, man, as it pertains to Haitians. I'm good, man. I'm good.